Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us today, Mr. Mario of Eagle Flooring.
Thanks for the invitation.
Yeah, love to get into it. And like we said, we just really wanted to know who you are and kind of what your personal journey is and how you got started in the trades.
Okay.
So could you take us to, I guess, your first ever job site?
It's kind of hard to remember that. I've been doing this for about 18 years now. But I was just a labor for many years. I was just afraid of doing something like for myself until I have my kid. That's when everything changed. That I need more money. I need to bring more food, more stuff into my table. I think that was the push that I need to get into this.
Very cool. Are you have one kid or?
I have three.
Okay.
Yeah, I have three.
Nice. What's the age range for the three?
What is that?
How old are each of them?
Okay. The youngest is 14, and then the middle is 20 and 25.
Okay. Nice.
So how long were you a laborer for?
I started doing flooring in Arizona. I've been living there for about 5 years, and then I moved here. I was for another 5 years maybe doing labor.
Okay.
And then I started doing my own.
So what did that consist of, being a laborer for a flooring company? Was that kind of cleanup and stocking material, or were you actually laying flooring?
Yeah, I was doing everything: signs, stocking material, cleaning, spreading glue in some of the cases, installing, pretty much doing everything, all kind of stuff.
And did you have a mentor that kind of taught you how to install flooring? I'm assuming tile, wood.
Yeah, actually, I did. I have my friend that I learned a lot from that guy. He was pretty cool with me. He teach me a lot of things, and other coworkers that they teach me how to do better. Or every time it's something new that it comes in play, like new flooring stuff. Like right now, it's really popular, like LVT vinyl. But back then, that thing it doesn't even exist.
Right.
So you have to pretty much nowadays you need to be learning new stuff, even when you know how to do it. There's always something that you need to learn how to do it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like with every trade, there's different materials, different products that you need to relearn kind of every time you're working with something for the first time. I think it's especially true with flooring, though. You know, it's
Yes,
with different types of tile and different patterns and
different tools. Every day, something new tool is coming that it does your work a little bit easier or cleaner, but you have to learn how to use it as well.
What do you think in your career has been the biggest game changer tool that's come out that's helped you do your job?
I will say lasers.
Lasers?
Yeah, all the level stuff, like self-leveling mixers. Like we used to mix when we did a leveler. We used to mix in a 5-gallon bucket. It never was really flat, really level. The flooring once you're done because you are mixing too little, especially in big rooms. But nowadays with those machines that I have that for sale now, you can mix 5-7 bags at a time. So it's quicker, it's cleaner. I think that's the way to go.
And that's in the mix itself makes it self-leveling?
Kind of. I mean, you have to still be like putting water into the big bucket, putting the leveler and waiting until it makes itself.
Yep.
And taking where you need to drip it, where you're going to be working at. But yeah, it's way easier.
So you mentioned that you started as a laborer. You were kind of a laborer moving into an installer for the course of about 10 years. Is that the point that you decided to go on your own and start your own company?
I will say it was pretty much because of the money. everybody needs more money,
Yep.
right? So I have dreams. I mean, I never want to just stay on the same position. I want to have nicer things. I really love outdoors. I all the time I want to like own a ATV, for example. Never couldn't buy it when I was a labor
Yep.
until I moved into my own. That's when I could buy more stuff. And I will say having better life.
Yep.
So
Was there a really hard transition from working with somebody who is established to running your own company?
oh yeah, really was. Uh, Sometimes I don't even have enough money even for put gas on my vehicle to going to work because I didn't realize at the moment that I have to uh, pay insurance for my car, for my company, tools, material, things that I didn't know at the time that those expenses gonna be now on me. That anybody gonna provide me that like was when I was a labor. I didn't have to worry about anything of that when I was a labor.
Right.
So it was a big transition.
How did you learn all those things?
I still learning. I still every day I trying to learn little by little. When I used to start, the hardest part was the first year that I did my own taxes
Fun.
because I did all my books. I did it wrong, and nobody told you anything. Nobody gonna teach you how to do it. I asked a couple guys, and every single that I asked, they told me the same. They never have somebody to teach them about that.
Right.
That was the answer.
Do you pay anybody to do those now, or?
Now I do.
Yeah.
Now I do. But back then, I was trying to save every single penny. So I tried to do by myself, but it was a big mistake because at the end, it was even worse. I was paying way more. I didn't deduct things that I could at the time, and I have to still pay when I was already paid for it. So
Right.
it's the little things that I'm still learning, but I'm getting better on it.
Fair. Yeah. So when you first decided to, do you remember that moment where you were when you decided to actually start your own company?
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because I was thinking for a while and doing that, but my wife was pretty much who was pushing me to do it. But like I said, I was afraid. But one time with the guy who I was working for, he get real pissed because I get late into the job site, and that's when I said enough is enough.
Right.
I need to move on.
So how did you land your first job? How did that work out?
Uh, it was hard because I didn't have the right tools at the moment to finish the job. So I asked to borrow some tools to do it, and at the end, the job was done and was nice. So the guys who I was working as a subcontractor, they start like a trust on me, and they little by little they was giving me a little bit bigger jobs, and the next one was a little bit more big until what am I now? Now I can. There's any small or big jobs for us
Right.
to do. So
What was your first ever job for Eagle Flooring?
it was a big multifamily in I think it calls Reno by downtown Denver.
Okay.
It was like a 350 units. Was really cool. We've been there for about I will say a little bit over than a year. Was a nice job.
How do you prep for that mentally? Like how do you position crew size, get your pricing, get the material?
I wasn't even prepared for doing that. It was only me and another guy
Oh,
who did it. When we finished doing that job is when I noticed that now I have a little bit more money for pay more guys to help us. It's gonna be easier, and that's how I start. But the first big one was only me and another guy.
do you know how many hours you guys worked?
Oof. I will say some days was at least 16 hours, like 16 to 18 hours was the average of hours.
That's a big that's a big job for two guys.
Yeah, it was huge, but it was like the trampoline for me. It was like I want to do this, so they know that
Yep.
I'm able to do it, like that I can do it.
Yep.
And was only two guys, like I said, and one day, some days was like a 3,500 square feet of flooring that we installed in one day. So they were really happy. I was happy. I never had that amount of money on my pocket in one single day.
Right.
So that was pretty a really good motivation.
What was going through your head when you were signing that contract?
A
A little bit of fear?
yeah, yeah,
I'm buying 2 ATVs. I'm just kidding.
pretty much.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
I started buying tools.
Yeah.
I noticed right away that I was leak of tools, that important tools. So I start that was my biggest expenses that I have ever done back then.
what you did tile and
I
LVT or
I don't do tile.
oh, you don't do tile.
I don't do tile.
Oh, okay.
I do for my own, but I don't do for anybody else's.
Gotcha. So you specialize in
Like carpet tile. Nowadays LBT. I do epoxy, grinding, leveling. I'm working on a protectol,
okay.
like in restaurants. I just get my certificate for doing that, and still learning.
Yep.
Still learning, but I'm not afraid to do anything. I mean,
So currently you're doing multifamily still?
yes,
Commercial?
yes, only commercials,
Only commercial.
only commercial.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I only do residentials for friends or side
Yep.
jobs, things like that. But I don't do residential.
To date, do you have, I guess, your favorite project? What is the best project?
There's a few.
Okay.
I like LBT in multifamilies for the same reason that you can do a lot of work in a week. So it's going to be good money in that week. And it's not that hard to do it. We have many years doing that. So it's all right. The next thing that I like to do is epoxy, because with epoxy, I feel like an artist. I can do many designs. The sky is the limit. So.
Right. Do you have a single project that you've done that was your favorite?
In epoxy, I have one.
You do?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
That was a basement that I did. That it was for I don't know him really good, but one friend said that he gonna make his man cave on his basement. I'm sorry, but he has some like a dream that he wants to have done. He wants to see the sky into his flooring.
Oh, wow.
So it was really really good.
How does that work? The sky and his floor.
Yeah,
A lot of blues.
a lot of blues, a lot of sparkles, like for stars.
Okay.
Was really really good.
Sounds pretty. How long did that job take?
Was in one weekend.
Okay. So how do you set up you show up? What does that process look like?
Pretty much, you go the first time to do a quote, and you realize there if it needs a lot of grinding, if you have a lot of peaks into the flooring, especially in basements, it's more likely that you're gonna be ending grinding a lot or leveling. That's the first step, and then you send them the quote. They approve it. Then you show up. When you guys agree to gonna start the job, and start grinding and having all the materials already buying, of course, and start mixing. And you have to do base coat first with the main color that is gonna be on the bottom, and then whatever they choose to do, that's what you need to be mixing after. You mix in. It's 3 days process. 1 day for doing grinding and the base coat. The next day you do your color. The next day you do your top coat. So it's pretty much 3 days.
Do you do like renderings where you do a drawing, or do the people just typically trust you?
I kind of do like I draw kind of how it's gonna looks, but this is it never gonna be like you said, because you have to be working as you are. Like if you mix a little bit more of one color, of course it doesn't gonna match what you have out of mind.
Fair.
So it, basically, you have to have your customer with you, and be he can tell you, oh, I need a little bit darker or lighter, and you are kind of fixing in the moment. If you let it just dry, there's nothing that you can do.
Has there ever been a stressful time where they're like, no this, no
Yeah.
darker, no lighter?
Yeah.
What do you do then?
Uh, there's some kind of people that I don't really like to work with, just because that they when you are almost finished your job, they decide going in different direction. Once they haven't told you the whole uh, working time that they are liking, for some reason you don't like anymore. But that's just too late. That you can do anything.
Is there a way you can protect yourself from that?
Yeah, contract.
Contracts.
Always contract.
How do you? what do you
I
do?
learned in the hard way.
Fair.
Yeah, I had this job done and was good money that I invest, and they decided when everything was finished that they didn't like it and they still didn't pay. So nowadays I always do a contract before, and I ask them for most of the time I ask for half in advance and the other half when I'm done. That way I can kind of protect. The first half I'm gonna cover my expenses and to pay my guys. And if something happened later, at least I don't put money from my pocket. That's how I'm seeing it.
That makes a lot of sense.
So you said you started with you and another guy on
Correct.
on that first job. How long have you been in business now?
For my own,
Yeah, for your own.
I will say like 14, 15 years.
Okay. And what have you grown to now? Do you have multiple crews?
I used to, not anymore. Right now it's kind of slow.
Yep.
And I was a couple months ago. I was putting money from my pocket just to have those guys, but it doesn't look like it's gonna getting better anytime soon. So it doesn't make any sense. Spend money from my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So once everything came back again, I'm just gonna get more people again and
Yep.
just continue.
So where do you typically find your employees?
I will say it's more for recommendations of another cruise.
Kind of word of mouth.
Yeah.
From mutual.
Yeah, and I use a lot of marketplace as well and Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, when I need just like a labor.
And when you are hiring, do you typically look for a certain level of experience?
Yes.
Is there opportunities for guys with no experience to get in?
There's always a room. Like depends on the job that you are doing. Like if I'm doing right now a multifamily and I only have 2 or 3 guys to work with, I know that I need more. I need laborers. I need installers. So everybody's welcome at that point. But as long as you are getting finished with the job site, there's time to that you don't have enough work for everybody. So you have to be telling people, hey, probably this is gonna be your last week or your last 2 weeks, so you can find somewhere else work.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I mean that's just kind of how it goes in this industry. What are your top 3 qualities that you look for in someone that you're hiring?
I will say it depends, I guess. I don't like people who get late or who doesn't show up to a job site even because they have a hangover, for example.
So you're looking for reliability.
Correct. Quality. I don't like people that doesn't care about my job because at the end, like you guys don't going to yell at my guys. everything gonna be on me. If I have to come back for doing punch list or whatever, it's gonna be on me. That's gonna cost me. It doesn't gonna cost them because I'm gonna have to pay them regardless
Right.
for going to fix whatever they didn't right at the first time. So that's really important to me. Just
That's having the
quality.
right attitude, you know,
Correct.
caring about the product that you're putting down.
Correct. The third, I will say that I don't like too much when people are like a real dirty showing to the job sites because we do a lot of commercials, but at the same time we do like offices and things where more people is working on it, and I think that's a bad presentation for us.
Yep. Well, I mean, yeah, that goes a long way when you're a finished trade. You're typically working in. I mean, you're installing finished product, the
Correct.
product people are going to see. So I can imagine, yeah, you'd want your employees to be put together and look professional and clean,
Correct.
working in those commercial settings.
Exactly.
So I was just thinking through those three qualities. And I was also thinking about flooring as a whole and all the scopes that you guys cover. It's physically demanding work.
It is.
So how do you approach safety and career longevity?
Like we pretty good, I will say. I trying to sleep well. I don't do too much like exercise or nothing like that, but trying to be like healthy because for real it's real hard. You're gonna be in your knees the whole day, the whole week, the whole month in your knees. Your knees gonna be on pain, so as your back. It's kind of hard, but I don't know. And somehow we are still here.
Is there anything any methods or things that you recommend to the younger guys that you have?
I will say stretch.
Stretch.
Before start working.
Yeah.
I noticed that when I don't stretch, 3-4 hours, and I'm real tired.
It's good to know.
And in pain.
That's fair. Is there anything that you do outside of work, outside of stretching? Is there I know you mentioned you like ATVing or you wanted to get an ATV. Is there a hobby that you have that you go to?
Hunting and fishing.
Hunting and fishing?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Do you have any plans for that this year?
Probably. I just sold my boat, so maybe not too soon.
Oh, so you experienced the second day of boat owning.
Pardon me?
They say that there's two best days when you own a boat.
What is it?
The first day is when you buy it, and the second is when you sell it.
I will say it. I agree. I agree.
Oh, that's all. So, what was the reason for selling the boat? To get a bigger one?
Yeah, eventually, but right now I bought a property for rental, and pretty much my money is going into that. So I didn't even have time for use the boat. It was just taking space on my shop. So better just get rid of it and finish my project.
Makes sense. So hunting, do you go on hunts every year or?
No, not really.
Okay.
I really like it. I really love to doing it, but most of the time I don't even have time for doing it.
Yeah.
So fishing I do more often, but still no, not really. I don't really have time to do that anymore.
Do you go with yourself or with a group of friends, family?
Pretty much with family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a common spot that you go to all the time?
Not really. With family, it's pretty much wife and kids. They don't really like it. They just go because I like it. So wherever I want to go, we just go in there.
I think it's important to have the escapes, especially for a guy like you who's in it, hungry, trying to work all the time.
Yes.
You sometimes need those resets.
Correct.
So I'm glad you have those. Back on the safety aspect for stretching, is there, usually when you're in there grinding, doing all the epoxy stuff, what do you guys use? Is it masks, fans,
Yes.
filters?
Yeah, we use respirators. We use fans, extractors, HEPA bags. I think that's the number one thing that we need to have, because there's a lot of dust when we do, especially in grinding.
Do you own those things or do you
I
rent?
do.
Okay.
No, I do. I do own it.
Nice. Is that probably the biggest? Well, what's the biggest expensive tool that you guys have, or most expensive?
That's hard. Uh, yeah, probably the demo machines and grinders. Those are expensive. But it's, in my opinion, it's better to own it, because you can deduct it from taxes as well, and even than renting. With renting, you're just gonna spend your money, and at the end of the day, you have to return it. So
Yeah, at some point it pays itself off, right?
correct.
Yep.
Couple good jobs, and it's paid off.
Yep. So you mentioned that how old were you when you started?
How old I was?
Yeah,
When I started, it was like 16 years.
16 years. And did you decide to go into this industry for a specific reason, or it was just you
Not
knew
really.
people?
No, it was the only thing that I could find.
Yeah.
And now it's the only thing that I know how to do it. So I'm staying here.
Well, I mean, a common thing that we keep hearing is, the skills that you develop when you enter the trades are that's the only way you can get those skills. You
Correct.
can't learn them in school. You got to be on the job. It takes years and years and years to develop. I'm sure looking back, you're thankful at this point that you did choose this, or you went with the only option you had, but
Correct.
you must feel lucky that it worked out this way.
I really enjoyed doing my job. I don't know if I'd been doing something differently, maybe I would like it as well. But since this is the only thing that I have done, I really enjoyed doing this. I feel really good when we are doing some big project that you can even imagine when are you gonna be finished with that. And in some point that day came, so that okay, this is my last day today. We just gonna doing some cleanup in here, and we're out of here.
Mhm.
Already done.
Yeah,
That's
satisfying.
exactly. That's really good feeling.
Yep.
Is there any other trade that has sparked your interest?
Not really. I really like doing this. Probably, I don't know. Probably if it was like if my health it was an issue, probably I'm looking for something that I can still doing with I don't know, some disability. Is that how you can say? But no, I feel really good with what I'm doing.
Good. That's awesome.
If you were to come across another or a 16-year-old kid, 16, 17, 18, just getting through high school or not knowing what to do with his life, would you recommend taking the road that you have?
I will say yes. It's hard to do it, but I mean everybody can do it. If I did, everybody can do it. If they really want to do it, because nowadays most of people doesn't want to do like a hard work. They going more for, I don't know, like doing this or
Mm-hmm.
something that is not physical.
Yep.
So, but if somebody have to do it.
What advice would you give that kid? If he or she wanted to, own their own flooring company someday, and they're starting from knowing nothing, what would your advice be?
Well, just trying to do professional. I mean, at the beginning, probably doesn't even gonna have for like I did. Never even had even for gas or nothing like that. But if they working hard, if they really want to do it, they can. And nowadays, there's a lot of things where to learn, like YouTube, for example.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever need some kind of advice of how to do something, they can always check on YouTube video and at least have an idea how to do it
Yep.
until they are learning in the way. But like if you tell me that if I recommend this, like for my son, I don't want to him been doing this
And why is that?
because it like I said, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to do it. I want him to just probably going to college and doing things differently that I probably would like to been doing
Mm-hmm.
instead of been doing this. But I didn't had another choice. I have to provide for my family. I have to doing whatever it takes. So
Yeah, that's fair.
What if your son did come to you and said, "This is what I want to do, Dad"?
if that's what he wants to do it, I'm gonna like push him, no, like support him to doing it, but not really because I like it. But if it's something that he really wants to do it, I support it.
How would you, or what piece of advice would you tell him that you had to learn the hard way? Something that would help him become a better floor installer.
Right. Probably just the very first thing it's take care of his health. Like don't trying to lift heavy things with his back because he's young and he might now not feeling that. But trust me, I feel in my back that with all the hard work that I have done. I'm 39 and now I'm start feeling that.
Yeah.
What about as a business owner? For someone that wants to start their own business, what would your advice be?
I will say that if I have to do it, like if I never did it, I would like to somebody tell me to get in accountant, so he can give you advice of how to run your business better. But again, there's a lot of videos on YouTube and there's many platforms that teach you nowadays how to do it. So that will be nice if back then exists, or even if I know how to do it.
Yeah, instead of just trial and error.
Exactly.
Yep.
Because you just gonna learn in the hard way.
Makes a lot of sense. What are some specializations specific to flooring that is within your trade that most people don't know about? Like, what are some? I know you mentioned you needed to get a certificate for the restaurant flooring that you guys are doing.
Correct.
Are there any other
Uh,
certifications you guys are getting, or you're getting specifically?
Well, you can get a certificate in like vinyl, like for hospitals, like for welding and all that stuff. You can get that in that I said of the restaurant in Protectol.
Can you explain that a little more? What's
The Protectol.
yeah.
That's like a thicker rubber. So you have to weld down. So
It's like a non-slip.
it's non-slip and also it doesn't penetrate any water or
Mm.
nothing, and so it doesn't get any mold or bacteria.
So it's
things
more
like that.
it's more for like back of house, or you do it throughout.
It's pretty much like for where water gonna be,
Okay.
like in between, like in the kitchen where all
Yeah.
those sinks are.
Yep.
So that kind of material you have to weld down, and you can spread water and everything for cleanup, and nothing happen because everything is weld.
So what is that? Is that certification through like the manufacturer?
Yeah, it's only with one manufacturer that it
Yeah.
does that, and that's what it certificate.
What does that certification look like? That process of getting Your
It's a whole day, like doing like samples. They are teaching you how to do things right. We didn't pass it the first. We failed the first, and we have to get back.
What, if you don't mind me asking, why did you guys fail?
Uh, because we didn't bring our own tools. That was the fail. But those tools, it's about 6,000-7,000 to buy them, and I didn't see any sense to buy them if I'm not even certificate to doing that kind of jobs.
Mm, yeah.
So the next time we just bring it our own.
Makes a lot of sense. So how many certifications are there out there that you currently hold?
I only have 3,
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure it's a lot.
Right. Which 3 do you have?
Vinyl, the protectol, and well, that not even for install, but for forklift.
Okay.
Just
Nice.
for putting material and all that stuff.
Yep.
The job sites.
Is there any certificates that you're interested in getting, like that are coming up, or
Not really.
no?
No.
I just didn't know how far manufacturers have gone these days.
Yeah, probably if something new is coming in the market, another new flooring stuff that we need to have it, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get it. But for right now, I'm doing everything what I know to do with it, without it. The ones that I don't have.
Right.
When you're on the job site, do you typically, or does the flooring guy typically interact with any of the other tradesmen on site?
All the time. Yeah, all the time. There's always like a bad relationship like with electricians. That's really like the main of not a problem, but the ones that we have more like argues, because everybody can be on the job site working, and it's not on pretty much not on their ways anybody, because they're doing walls or ceiling or stuff like that, but we are on the flooring. Everybody's in our way if there's more trades on the same room.
Yeah, you pretty much need the full room, right?
We need the full space, because once we start prepping, anybody can cross that line.
For the most part, is there kind of a mutual respect
Yeah,
across trades in the field?
yeah, pretty much.
Except you
And-
and the electricians, apparently.
But once we get into a job, into a job site, it's because the superintendents already tell us that it's ready for us. So most of the time, it's not even an argue. It's more like a miscommunication between companies, and they just put us pretty much everybody into the same day, doing into the same room, doing at the same time, doing work.
We've had multiple people say that same thing on the podcast. That's one of the most difficult situations to be put in.
Yeah,
is just cramming all trades into the same area.
correct. And I get it. I mean, the job have to probably you could have some sort of time to have that done, but at the same time, we cannot work together like at the same time.
Yep, just doesn't work.
No, not really.
What's your ideal scenario? Just a full floor for you guys to run through?
That will be nice that will be nice. Never gonna happen though, but
What has been your most successful series of units? Like how many units have you guys been able to do in a day?
we've been doing this job in Grand Junction that we have to been done 12 units a day. If not, they're gonna send us more help, and that's what I didn't want to, because with doing that amount of units, the whole project gonna be done on time. So I just get a little bit more help, and we get it done.
You guys are getting 12 units consistently?
Yes, that was for about about 3 weeks, every single day, Sundays and
All
every
7
day.
days?
Yeah,
How big of a crew is it for?
and that was, I will say, we were like 6 guys,
Okay.
like 4 installers and 2 laborers.
So we're all in the same industry. We all kind of understand it's a high stress, high pressure industry. We're all getting pushed on budgets and schedules, and trying to hit pretty aggressive goals usually. How do you deal with the stress, both from an installer's standpoint and a business owner standpoint?
That's hard. Like me, I own my own business, but at the same time, I'm the installer. So it's dealing with starting with superintendents. Sometimes we get good ones. Sometimes we get people that don't even like us. So starting with that, and then dealing with my own installers, dealing with people in the company that I'm subcontractor, uh, getting to my house and dealing with stuff for my personal things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really stress.
It's a lot of things to juggle.
Exactly. It's not easy.
Is there anything you specifically do to manage all of that, or you just kind of take it on and?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that I like camping and fishing. Just because when I'm doing that, I forget about everything else.
Yep. Yeah, it's a
So
mini
that's kind of
vacation.
my relief. Yeah, correct.
So I wanted to kind of pick your brain, see if you had any funny stories from the job site. We like to call it like trailer talk. But do you have any funny instances with your crew? Any funny bad stories with other trades?
Someone has had to have walked through your wet flooring at some point, right?
Yeah, there's all the time.
I mean,
That happen all the time.
Not a funny
And it's
story
not really
to you.
funny. It's not really funny.
Yeah.
We've been doing a senior complex in Boulder a long time ago, but we did it at night because that's when most of the seniors was sleeping now. So that's where we get into work. It was a running business. So one day we was doing the elevator card, and was a guy, an old guy, like with dementia or something. He wasn't like totally right.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he came naked. We were in our knees. He was naked and he was just in front of us. Well, in front of me, with everything hanging out. That was kind of hilarious, but
I'm sure that image is just burned into your brain.
yeah.
Did you walk through your flooring?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, of course he did. Yeah.
Did you wake him up or?
No, no. And that's the thing that they told us that we cannot even interact with them at all. So I have to just shut off and just call to the supervisor, and was kind of a nightmare. But the next day was really funny.
Yeah, that is funny. How often do you guys have to do night work? I feel like
Not too often, but whenever it requires. Like if we are doing offices, we have to get into work right after they done. They work, and we are after. But it's not often.
yeah, I was gonna say in those times when you've had to do that, do you just separate your crew so that you can maintain your day operation?
It depends how busy we are, but yeah, if it's required that, I'll do that. But more of the time, I try to just get the job that we can do with the full crew,
Mm.
and that's the way that it's been working for me.
Right.
Like if it's at nights, none of my guys like to do it. We kind of I kind of like give a little bit more or tips or doing something just to make them happy. But more of the times we work really hard. Like if they give us like a week, for example, to finish, we're trying to finish in 3 4 nights. So I whatever they give us like the week, I'm trying to pay regardless the whole week where we were supposed to be working that, because I don't even like it to be honest doing that, but the job had to be done. So
Do you have any jokesters on your crew?
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time. But I trying to not getting too much involved in that with my crew. Just I don't know. I like to respect so they can respect me. And if I'm start joking around with them, they might gonna think differently.
Yeah.
Taking the way in the opposite side. So I'm trying to stay away of that.
Yeah,
Smart.
you're the boss, so
Yep.
can't get too involved with that.
Correct.
I mean, do you think it is important for the guys to enjoy the other people they work with and
Yeah, I mean, there's time for doing all kind of stuff, but what I've been noticed is when they start playing too much each other between them, more of the time they are kind of not fighting, but like now they don't want to go to work with this guy, for example, because they already have an argue, and everything started with the same reason all the time, because they're playing a little bit too hard.
Yep. Yeah, that
So-
makes sense.
I try to avoid that even with them. That I always tell them don't play that way, because later don't even want to show up to work if the other guy is here.
Right.
So trying to keep that apart.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that makes sense.
When you were an installer prior to being a business owner, did you guys ever, I guess, do any jokes on each other or do any jokes on other trades?
All the time.
Do you have a one in particular?
No, it doesn't come anything to my mind, but all the time, those
Yeah.
exist all the time.
There's always some degree of
Shenanigans.
horseplay or
Yeah, exactly.
some kind of something. Yeah.
Yes.
So looking ahead at the next 10 years, do you still see a high demand for what you do
Correct. I
for
do.
for installers and owners alike in the flooring world?
I will say so. Yeah, that's probably going to be a new product that is going to be popular
Yep.
at that time, but I'm pretty sure this
I can't
Gonna be
really
busy.
think of any way you get around that.
No.
Technology wise. I mean, a lot of the companies or some of the companies that we work with are going prefab on some stuff. I don't really see that being a possibility with flooring.
I don't see how.
Could you imagine robots laying flooring?
Not really.
I couldn't either. It'd be wild.
Right.
I don't even know how that would work.
Probably, but it still have to be people doing it. I will say probably like a polished concrete, things like those in required like maintenance. I think that's something that it could happen. Like in my my own thing. Like if I'm doing, probably never gonna do it. But if I do like a multifamily, probably I get rid of a lot of flooring stuff. Just to save some money. Like probably I do a lot of polished concrete that I'm gonna be spending only once,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
Done.
low maintenance,
Right.
low replacement flooring. I mean, that's kind of the idea of LVT in a way too. It's fairly easy to replace.
yeah, but it still be costing money, because it's still installers that have to go into prep
Mm-hmm.
to remove it, to reinstall it. I mean, it still be cost for doing that. And if people goes through another direction, like I said, like polish, for example, or even epoxy, that's things that is low maintenance. You're gonna spend your money, but only once. After everything's done, gonna be minimum what you need to do in maintenance on it.
Mm-hmm. Just to be selfish for a second, since we are in the multifamily business, a lot of LVT, carpet tile, carpet. polished floors. What's your biggest challenge on the multifamilies that the super for the GC could help you solve?
There's a few,
Well,
not only one.
we're all ears.
Probably the more important is to have everything ready for us.
Just running room
Yes.
and ready to lay down flooring.
In the perfect world for me will be like I get into the job site, and this job, like if I'm doing 5 units, for example, every single one is clean of trash, clean of material. That if possible, probably like lift the material for us, just to make things easier for us, like for just going and make money, just start working
Mhm.
instead of be like I don't know, behind you guys for hey, I need this move, or where's water? I need water for mix pads. Where's stuff? Things like that.
Mhm.
Have
Yeah.
every other trades out of my way.
Right. Yeah, I think that's good for people in our positions to hear. Yeah, we've always run into just concrete issues as well, as far as flatness,
Correct.
levelness, all that kind of stuff. I'm sure you run into that all the time.
All the time.
So QC on that, I'm sure, beforehand would be a big thing.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I will expect from a superintendent.
Mm-hmm.
Like have
Just be ready.
be ready. Once we are there, is because there's been already communication of that you guys need us now. So if we just show up to a job, at least having everything ready for us
How often does that happen?
all the time.
How often is a general contractor actually ready for you?
Oh, never. That's never happens. It's been a couple jobs that everything's really nice, real clean. That they have laborers, just like labor readies in front of us,
Mm-hmm.
doing what they supposed to be doing, like taking all the trash out, all the material out of where we're gonna be working on, and that's only a few.
Mm-hmm. Do you kind of run the same mentality when you're wrapping areas up?
No, you getting mad once you saw that, once you get into the job site and you see that, everything changed because you go into the job site with your mentality that you are making money, and if you have 5 guys, for example, you are already paying them since you. If you tell them I see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. at this job site,
Mm-hmm.
you are paying already. They already making money. You are not, but they are. So that's when things change in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
That I have 5 guys just sitting around, just waiting until things are ready, and that's going from my pocket. If I was going to make $1,000 in this job site just because this, now I'm only gonna get 200
Mm-hmm.
for say something.
So if you were to walk into the job or the area that you're supposed to be working in, and it is 100% ready, cleaned up, do you have a different mentality at that point?
Yes.
Like you guys are gonna take care of that area just the same as you found it?
We always like to leave everything better as we found it,
Mm-hmm.
regardless. So at the end of the day, if everything was like it's supposed to be, you are like more grateful with with the superintendents or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We don't gonna leave anything behind. We're gonna clean really good and things like that. But since everything changed of that, your mentality gonna change as well. So let's say it was some material left over. You just gonna leave it there because it's not it's not our responsibility
Mm-hmm.
like to storage for you guys. So we just gonna say, well, leave this.
Has the industry changed in your career? Has it shifted to a different mentality? As in, was it easier before? Is it harder now, or was it harder then? Has there been any big shifts
I will
in
say,
mindset?
like I say earlier, I think now it's easier just because you have more tools to
The
help you.
technology?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, technology.
Yep.
Now you can get more tools, more stuff, just to do your work easier. That's all. But I think still you're the same. Just technology is changing everything.
What about like mentality from your guys, other trades? Is the mentality different than it used to be?
I think so. Nowadays, because the same that everything is super expensive,
Mm-hmm.
they everybody wants to get more money. Like before, you can have a labor and you can pay 12, 13 dollars an hour, and they're happy. Now, same labor without any experience, they don't want to go for less than 20, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big change.
So how do you combat that change? Is the bid more expensive? Or are you
Some
just taking that?
Sometimes you'll have to take in it because everything rise up on prices, but not what we get. Since I remember, I'm getting the same per square footage that ever, but now everything is expensive. But if you
So,
bid higher, you just don't gonna get those jobs.
so the square footage price of all the products that you install hasn't really changed.
Not really. It's still on the same, and sometimes even down instead of
Mhm.
going up.
That's crazy. Sorry. I just how do you your only option really is to have full running room.
Yeah.
So that you can capitalize on your pricing.
Correct.
It's good to hear.
Yeah.
Not good to hear, but it's helpful.
Yeah.
Being in our position.
What that's I mean it's a game changer. It's definitely changes perspective, right?
Yes.
Knowing that pricing hasn't changed for about what 15
Ever.
years,
Yeah.
18 years.
Yeah. In all the years that I'm doing this by myself, I don't know when I was a labor any prices of how it was, but since I'm own, anything have been changed for better. Something have been changed for bad, but nothing for better.
What's something that's been changed for bad?
Prices that is going down instead of going up.
Fair. Would you say that the installation methods are harder now, or they're the same?
No, I think it's still the same, but like nowadays with like in my case with the help with my installers or helpers that you need to kind of doing more job, more quantity for getting the same as used to been doing like 4 or 5 years when things was cheaper, like food, gas, rent,
Yeah.
insurance, everything was cheaper. And now you have to you're doing more work for getting kind of the same.
Yeah. Stretch your dollar more.
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's I mean, that's kind of the situation almost everyone is
Yeah.
in at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's definitely tough.
And not only me, I know that, but
Yep.
it's kind of tough.
Mm-hmm.
Has quality of concrete or sub floor been pretty much the same for all the years that you've been in flooring, or has it?
No, I think have been decreased the quality,
Oh,
in
really?
my opinion,
Okay.
because I can't remember when was the when I had to buy my bigger grinder. Back then, I I'm not sure if I don't even need it or I wasn't doing that, but it's been like 5 6 years that I bought a bigger equipment. Used to doing that, but when we're doing like new new concrete jobs, everything is more bitted and more bitted, little by little, is a little bit worse than it used to be.
How is that pricing? I mean, obviously you can't bid or plan for all the imperfections in concrete. Is that
Correct.
just time that you get paid additional time?
Yeah, I mean, when I get into the job sites, I already have what I'm gonna be getting, uh, as long as money for doing that job.
Mm.
So if I saw the job that is not worth it, I contact the customer or like the company where I'm sub, and I just tell them I'm not doing for that money because this is only 3 hours of work, for example, and you are only paying me for one.
Yeah, it's additional prep at that point.
Exactly.
I was just curious if it's just time, because it's more than just time, right? When you need to
Right.
prep, you're eating your bottom dollar, if you want to call it that.
Yes.
You're losing time. You're also wear and tear on your equipment, wear and tear on your manpower.
And that's something that they don't want to understand, that most of the people thinks that okay, this guy already have this special tool, he already have it, he don't gonna charge more for that, but it's wear and tear. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm wear and tear my own tools, plus I have to buy like diamonds for my tools, that it's super expensive just for doing that. So they have to understand that it doesn't gonna cost the same.
Yeah, I mean, there's how many different discs can you put on those? Because there's different kinds, right? There's diamonds,
Yeah, there's a lot,
sanders.
exactly, for doing polish, for remove glue. It's many kind of stuff.
What's the average price on those discs?
For example, my biggest machine, it's 4 head. Every head is four segments, and it's about 120 ish
Per disc?
per segment.
Oh,
So it's 12. It's 16. So it's about a 2,000
and that's
Mm-hmm.
your
per set.
biggest. That's one piece of equipment.
Only one,
Yeah.
and that's only. It doesn't get too much.
What's the lifespan of that segment?
It depends the height of the concrete or what you are doing with that. Like if you are, let's say you are grinding down 3/4 of an inch in a hard concrete, that's only gonna last you for a couple 1,000 feet of grinding.
So how do you present that price to somebody?
I have to think about how much life I still have on the ones that I already charged for, and trying to balance that.
How many times do you get that right?
Not many times. I have to bet a little bit higher, just for getting kind of what I want.
Mm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
keep it conservative.
yeah, because most of the time they just don't accept what I tell them that I'm gonna be charging. So at that time we can negotiate a little bit the price, and kind of ending where I was thinking on.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, is that always a hard conversation when you go in and you're like, well, the flooring isn't, the
Dep-
concrete's not where we need it to be.
Exactly. Depends with who. There's many guys that are really understandable. That they understand that it is a lot of time involving on doing that job right, and they agree. But there's somebody's that they just don't even want to listen. They said, okay, you're only gonna be in here for one day, and you want to charge that much, and that's when you tell them about the the expensive equipment that you already bought to doing those kind of jobs, that you're gonna bring first your own tool, you're gonna bring your crew. It doesn't gonna be only you. So you're spending money. It's not only because they saw only you going to do the quote, and that means that it's gonna be only you working on it.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
that's kind of people don't really realize.
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. What's another, I guess, struggle that you have outside of maybe additional prep or yeah, what's another struggle that you have?
I will say the struggle is when the customer, you already know when you get into the job site and the customer don't like you, that by phone or whatever, it's going this into another way, and once they see you or see your crew, well, my crew, everything changed. They start being kind of rude and things like that. Most of my guys doesn't even speak English. I don't even speak very well English, but I'm trying to learn something every single day.
Mm.
Uh, some guys doesn't even try it, and I get it. We are in America, and some people don't even like to doing that. But I think that's the more struggle that I have. That when I'm not even feel like comfortable doing something.
How often do you run into that situation?
Really often, really often.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it is. And
I think a lot of that, I mean, I don't know this for a fact, but I do think a lot of supers and project managers and probably your other customers too are just under a lot of stress as
Yeah.
well, and that's
yeah,
kind of how it can
understand.
come off.
But that's one of the reasons that I all the time told to my guys, never talk to anybody. If anybody needs something, they need to come to me.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, it's a way to streamline communication, though,
right,
and that's really the way it should work.
Yeah,
exactly.
100%. I agree with that. I mean, you talked about it at the beginning. The three things that are important to you when you hire. One of those three things was presentation. So
Correct.
being clean.
And that's kind of the main reason, because most of the people are gonna treat you how they see you.
Mhm.
So I used to talk with one guy, was really good installer, but he most of the time doesn't even have work. And I get into the conclusion that he was driving an old van with a not even glass in some missing glass. He was always with his big burr, smelling kind of good, bad, and things like that.
Yeah.
And many times when I get into the job site, and I have been customer, they tell me, well, you've been another guy that quote me, and it's a little bit less than you, but I mean, they saw that I have my equipment, that I'm not dressing like worse or not too bad. At least I'm trying to be clean or stuff like that. To and they changed the mentality. Like, well, if this guy have this, it's because he's doing good on business.
Mm-hmm.
I like to pay a little bit more, but at least I'm seeing like I'm not risking my job for
Right.
saying that way.
Yeah.
So that's really important to me.
Yeah, just presenting yourself in
Yes,
a professional, clean way. Yep, as a finished trade.
exactly.
It obviously that's a learned thing. That's not obviously, but was there a moment in your life where you were like very focused on your presentation? Is there an instance that made you focus on your presentation, or
Just I think that changed my mind when I saw people like that they are not doing it, and I'm just say by myself. I don't want to see it like that.
It's a way to differentiate yourself.
Correct.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, it's obvious that, I mean, yeah, if you take pride in your own appearance and how you're presenting yourself, it's obvious that you take that same pride in whatever you're installing as
Correct.
well. So I think that really does go a long way.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer of what your job site, office, or trailer looks like is how the whole job looks.
Correct.
So you're essentially a walking job office, because you guys have to move your
Or your
tools.
truck or van.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to have my vehicles real clean as possible. It doesn't gonna be perfect all the time because in my side I'm dealing with dirt and all the stuff, concrete that I'm putting into my truck and everything blows out. But most of the time have to be clean.
Do you have multiple trucks?
I do.
Nice. How big is your fleet?
I will say two most of the time, and that does keep me comfortable.
Do you have trailers as well?
Yes, I have another 3 trailers.
3 trailers. I was going to say you have to pull whatever.
Equipment, trash.
Yeah.
Material.
This might be a hard question to answer. Was there ever a point since starting your company that you, like a low point where you thought of shutting the doors and calling it quits?
Many times. Yeah,
How do you get through those moments?
I will say getting more work. Because when I think about that is when I'm slow. When I'm not when I have to get rid of helpers, installers, because the same that I don't have enough work to keep them busy, and it's what it really stressed me out. And I'm saying,
I'm sure they're tough conversations, and it sounds like you really care. You try to string
yes,
guys along and keep them on as long as possible, but at a certain point, you just can't.
I've been having my guys even cleaning my house, cleaning leaves and doing that just so they can make some money.
Yep.
Because I know they need to bring food at their table like me.
Yeah, and it's just so market dependent, and yeah, there's only so much that you can control as far as how busy you guys are at any given time.
I'm trying to keep them as long as I can possibly can. But I mean, at the end of the day, I have my own family as well that I need to take care of. So it's the moment that you need to realize that enough is enough. If it doesn't gonna be any more work soon, there's no way that you can just give him it's for your family.
Yeah, that makes sense. Is there a moment outside of your professional life that you're very proud of, or what's your proudest moment that you've had on a personal level?
In personal level,
Mhm.
my family. It's always for my family.
Yep.
That's my motivation. That's why I do what I'm doing. Just because of them.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think we can both relate.
Yeah, for sure. Some heavy stuff. Processing over here.
Yeah. Well, do you have any questions for us? Kind of what we're trying to do here, or industry related?
No, it's like you guys are super. How you guys see this? Like job wise, like if this something that is gonna like right now is kind of hard for everybody. Like it's kind of slow. Do you see how this like is coming up again quick soon?
Just the market in general.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we're a little insulated with the company that we work for. Fortunately, for us,
Right.
yeah, our ownership has made some smart moves and secured quite a few projects for the next 5 to 10 years. So we're in a pretty good spot right now. I do think it's tough. It definitely puts more pressure on us executing these jobs successfully because of the market,
Correct.
because of the interest rates or just the price of everything, just like you were talking. But yeah, I've been hearing from a lot of guys that it is a little slow right now, and that's both in the commercial world and the residential world. But as far as it coming back, the only thing that I can say is it will, right?
At some point.
I don't I don't know. I can't look into my crystal ball and see exactly what's going to happen, but it's really just the ups and downs of being in construction. It's ebbs and flows.
Yep. There's definite ebbs and flows. I'd say for the communities that are close to us, there's definitely things on the horizon. There's a lot of players that were waiting, but they're all kind of in a position where they're started or they're going to start pressing into the finish realm. And that's all the big players that I know of that are in specific to multifamily. So we're just in this weird lull, but I could see here in a year or so where you're going to probably be needing to add some people to your crew. So
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's what everybody is expecting.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I can only talk to our immediate community, the closer cities that are around us right now,
Are you guys pretty much local, Colorado?
Colorado, yes, but the whole
You
state.
do the whole state?
Yeah. We do a lot of work in the mountains.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Do you post your crews up there then when you have a job going on, or do you commute?
No. Most of the times I just rent a house, Airbnbs or something for like a long term.
Yep.
And
Makes sense.
That's how we do.
You said you just purchased a rental for yourself. Is this your first rental or?
Yeah, this is my first, but it doesn't gonna stop there.
Welcome to the rental sector. It's fun. It's like business owning.
Hasn't been too much fun, but I'll get there.
As a business owner, you
Yeah.
just ebbs and flows.
Do you have renters?
Yeah, I already have, but
Nice.
there's a few well, it's a big property with a few houses on it.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be 5 rents in one single property.
Wow. Like, are they like townhomes or
No,
single
it's
family?
single families.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Where is this at?
For Lupton, 3 houses away from my house.
Cool.
That's perfect.
It is perfect.
You'll be the 12 a.m. call.
Right.
But it is nice because you can swing that.
Yeah.
How do you find I don't know, for anyone listening, the Colorado market has been booming for a while now. How did you find a property with 5 houses on it?
Was a little tricky, but I know the right people.
Did it come down to zoning or were the houses already there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but I need to I did a lot of remodel. Pretty much I did it new again.
Yeah.
Did that opportunity come to you, or were you looking
Yes.
for something like that?
I was looking for something like that, but I was going to buy only one house. And then this opportunity came and I took it.
I'm buying 5 now.
Yeah. At once.
Nice.
That's awesome. I mean, and this conversation has come up a lot. Being able to being in the trades allows most people, no matter what trade you're in, allows most people to do work for their house, their own family. So I think, do you think if you didn't go down the route that you did, would you be able to say that you would confidently go into the rental game?
No way.
Why is that?
I will say money
Too
wise.
expensive.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can do. I'm sure you can do a lot more than flooring too.
Yeah.
Just being.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I'm doing by myself. There's things that I don't even mess with, but
Yep.
I do more most as I can, just to save more money as I can.
Fun. Also, being in the trades, you can call anybody.
Yeah, I know
Yep.
a lot of people that it's helping me out a lot.
I'm gonna send you a picture. Just tell me what I need to do. Yeah.
Right?
That's awesome. So, but beyond the paycheck, what is the most like satisfying part of building something with your own hands?
I will say that when I saw my family and they feel proud of me for doing it, I will say that's the more satisfying.
It's a really cool answer.
Yeah. I'm sure you take pictures of everything and
Everything.
yep, show the wife.
Yeah.
Show
All the time.
kids.
And I'll bring her to
Before and after pictures.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I take it to the job site as well, what I'm working on, and they seems to be real proud of me.
Hmm.
So that make me feel real happy.
Good. That's awesome.
Is there any designs that your wife has seen in the projects that you've gone to, and she's like, "We have to do this in our house"?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do.
What's your favorite designing pattern? Like, do you enjoy doing the herringbone carpet?
No, at all. At all. I like the finish, but I don't like enjoying it. I don't enjoy doing it.
Is that the harder design, or is there other designs out there that are difficult?
Maybe that's one of the hardest, but it's even harder when you're doing in a wall. That's even harder
Why is that?
because you're not seeing. I don't know. It gets real square real quick. Like in the floor, you have more tricks for don't get on square, but in the wall, that's not much that you can do.
How often do you do things on the floor or on the wall?
Not too often,
But you have?
But we have.
Hmm.
Looks really cool when it's done, but
Hmm. Yeah. Labor intensive.
yeah,
A lot of layout.
That's where the lasers come into play.
exactly. That's how I like technology.
Yeah. Is that the coolest thing that has come around since when you first started?
No, there's a few. There's a few. There's like big demo machines. Now there's one with a lithium battery operated. That's real cool.
When you say
Super
big demo
expensive.
machines, what do you mean by that? What?
That you can ride on it.
Okay.
That's a ride machine.
Like scrapers?
Yeah, pretty much, but big. Like I will say like a 50 inches maybe wide.
Okay.
That you are scraping flooring. That's really cool, but real expensive.
Running on like a car battery.
Yeah, it runs like with 8 of them, lithium batteries.
Oh yeah. Wow.
How long does that go?
I think you can work like 8 to 10 straight hours with that.
How long does it take the battery to charge?
I have no idea. I haven't owned one
Okay.
of those.
Seems-
But I don't think it's going to charge quick. Probably a couple days, maybe. So you might want to have some spare batteries.
Yeah. I'm sure they're not cheap.
No, I bet not.
What's another piece of equipment that has caught your eye?
I'm like too much the grinder machines because there's many styles, many sizes. There's one that I always want to have it, but I don't have that big projects on door like coming up soon, so it's not worth it even think on buy that. But yeah, if I ever had like more into the polish business, I for sure I will buy one of those. But it's like $100,000 equipment with vacuums, HEPA vacuums, and the machine itself.
Yeah. You'd have to have multiple, right? There would be X amount of square footage to.
Right, but at least with one of those and with what I have now, I think I can make big jobs with that. but I don't know. That's something that I always been thinking on buy it. Just don't have the right job to use it yet. So
Well, I hope you get the opportunity
yeah,
to get one of those jobs so that you can get one of those.
yeah, will be nice.
What's one thing you know now that you wish you would have known on the first day?
I will say that I should know that health is probably the more important thing. So I think I could been done things differently if I know it. But what I really know now is that I'm just gonna be working 6 more years. That's my goal. Be retired at 45.
Wow, that's a great goal.
Yeah,
Are
Good for
you
you.
are you tracking?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
yeah. No, it's been my goal for probably the last 8, 10 years, and I think I'm getting on it.
Retirement, what does that look like? Traveling or
Yeah, probably traveling.
okay.
Fishing.
Traveling, and but keep working. Well, not working, but keep doing the rentals.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Nice.
Having some properties for rental, and
Yep.
you'll retire young.
It's the dream, right?
That's it, right?
That's awesome. I want to retire at 45.
Yeah, better start buying some properties.
Yeah, no joke. No joke. So what's your, just to wrap everything up, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day and
Yeah, really appreciate it.
No, thank you guys. I think that's something that I didn't know that I need this. It's like I really like this. Been doing this.
Yep.
Enjoying it.
Yeah.
it's been awesome to, hear your story. And even when I had you out on my job, it was awesome to get to know you and to see how you run your crews. And you run a very tight knit crew, and you guys are one of the most effective crews I've come across. And
Thank you.
that's industry wide.
Right.
Yeah, right when we started talking about doing this podcast, you're one of the first names that Cody brought to the table. So we're glad
Glad to hear that.
yeah, we're glad we're getting this in early, and yeah, hopefully people hear this and things start picking up for you. I certainly hope that we get to see you on one of our jobs with the current company. So
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you.
Do you have a final message to a young person that's looking at the trades, or even someone who's on the fence about joining the trades?
I just will say to just follow their dreams. I mean, if they think they want to do this, just do it. Don't be afraid as I was, because it was a big change for what I was doing to being own of this. But at the same time, I think that's the best thing that I have ever done.
Would you, if you could go back, would you change anything?
I don't think so.
It's awesome.
No, I think I haven't been doing the same way, because I could learn to do things differently, but I think in the way that I did, it teach me value lessons. Like I have to doing whatever I want to do. I have to do it by myself, and just going through whatever I need to go through, just to follow my dream. I mean, I just want a better life for my family. I knew I have to do in whatever it takes, and get into good direction.
it's a good note to end on.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you very
Absolutely.
much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for joining Ruction Nation.
Thank you guys for the invitation.